Footballs, man. I've got the balls.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Hi, and welcome to the Conference Championship Week of the I Formation. I'm Jeff Gibbons.
And I'm John Moist.
Both of us 3-1 this week for different reasons. Still not a bad week all around.
And I'm in mourning.
You're in mourning?
Yeah.
Not doing much laughing this week.
Watching Denver beat themselves.
Oh, well. I know. It's not about Andrew Luck. It's not about everything else that went on. I know. I mean, but that's it. At the end of the day, it's over. And I don't think it's over for the Colts yet this week. So we're down to 2 games now to give us who's going to that Super Bowl in a couple of weeks' time. So stick around. We're going to tell you all about it.
Hi, welcome back to the I Formation. Now we're going to make our picks for the Conference Championship, starting with Indianapolis Colts going to New England to play the Patriots.
I'll roll through New England again. And again, you know what? I think we're differing on this pick this week, and I'm still on that Colts wagon, man. I'm sorry, but the New England Patriots last week had 31 points scored against them. They were beatable. Now you've got an offense in Andrew Luck, who was the first quarterback or has thrown for more yards in NFL history in his first 5 postseason games than any other quarterback. Still not a bad stat. Knocked off a couple of those young fellow Peyton Manning's records this year with the Colts. Making some waves. Has a pocket presence. Hard to move. Can work from a broken play. He's showing everything there is to have about a championship quarterback. And they've interviewed Bill Belichick this week, and actually he was quoted in saying he's like a 6th receiver that you have to cover. And if he extends the play, he has the ability to create big plays. So coming from Belichick, that's a big kudos, big props for Luck. He was mentioning about the play in the Denver game last week, even though it was called back on a flag. Luck saw a hole. He was on the 9-yard line and was able to run that ball in. And he even compared Andrew Luck to Ben Roethlisberger with respect to his pocket presence and his ability to break tackles. So the only difference being he's faster, a lot faster than Ben Roethlisberger. So that is that added threat on the field. And I think that he can go smack for smack with Tom Brady in Foxborough. And I think they put lots of points on the board, and they surprised the Patriots at home.
Yeah, last week, Baltimore put a lot of points up against New England. There was a huge game by Justin Forsett on the ground. I don't think that the Colts have a ground game to match that. I don't think that the Colts have as good a team as New England Patriots right now. New England, Tom Brady is a monster at home. New England lost only 1 home game this year, and that was in the last game they played when they sat most of their starters against Buffalo. Very tough to win in Foxborough. I think that New England also has more playoff experience in this one. I liked New England to win this game by double digits.
Well, also, yes, you say that the run game is not there compared to Forsett and the Ravens. But Dan Herron has emerged. Talking to Belichick this week, or I wasn't, but in the interview, Belichick is also talking about Herron emerging, and he wasn't playing that same kind of role that was supposed to be filled by Trent Richardson early in the season when the Patriots did beat the Colts. But he described him as a 3-down kind of player. So, I mean, you can use this guy as a running back. He can catch the ball. He gets a lot of yards after the catch. So he creates plays and creates excitement. He's not that big either. He's a pretty small player compared to some of the ones that are out there. But I see this game as high scoring. I don't see 10 points at all. I'm going to pick the Colts by 6 points in Foxborough, with the same amount of pizzazz and panache that I picked them to beat the Denver Broncos in Denver. No fear.
I don't think the Colts have a good enough secondary here. I think that even against Denver, it was Manning's bad throws, drop passes by his receivers. Could have been a lot more yardage put on the air if it wasn't for mistakes by the Denver Broncos.
Because Vontae Davis didn't have a big game.
But it doesn't matter. I just don't. I think Brady has a huge game here.
Okay. Let's see how Revis Island makes out against T.Y. Hilton this week. And I called Hilton as my player of the week last week. You know what? Four catches, 79 yards. Still not a bad day's work. One of them being 23 yards, which is a pretty big play. But this week, it'll be interesting to see that matchup. I think Heron inside gives them that extra piece that can help them move the ball. And you'd be surprised how many yards he gains on the Patriots this week as a running back. Okay, moving on. We now have the second game in this doubleheader, we'll say. And that's the Green Bay Packers going into Seattle now to play the Seahawks. We're both on the same page here, I think.
Yes, we are. I think that Aaron Rodgers is hurt, for starters. I think Green Bay, if Rodgers was fully healthy, I think I'd give Green Bay a shot here, even with in Seattle as the 12th man. Still, anything could happen, but is going to have more pressure on him than the Cowboys put on him. And with Rodgers having that bum leg, it's going to be really hard for him to face the pressure that's going to be on him. And if he can get out, he's going to have Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson make some huge plays, and he's going to need the defense to come up with a turnover or two for Green Bay to have a shot in this one. Seattle's secondary, once again, maybe the best I've ever seen, close to the best I've ever seen. Safety's fantastic, corner's fantastic. They're just, it's going to be real hard.
That's the problem they're going to have. You're not going to
yeah.
see those big long balls. That secondary is almost impenetrable.
Yeah.
And any given day, they can shut down the best of offensive teams. And we have an incredibly good offense here facing a championship defense. Mm-hmm. And you know what I always say about that? Defenses win championships.
Yeah.
And I think Seattle is, I would call Aaron Rodgers the wounded gazelle that I've used. I've used that term before, but let's go with the wounded calf this week because that just works better. And also look for Marshawn Lynch to be a man of few words after he has a big game. He'll put his money where his mouth is. He'll run the ball down the throat.
I think you're going to see Dom Capers playing around keeping Russell Wilson in the pocket, and that's going to open up even more space for Lynch. And he'll probably keep Wilson in the pocket. The Green Bay Packers have a defense that can do that, there's no doubt about it. But I see Lynch going for a huge game here, over 100. Yeah.
I thought you said it was going to be a huge game.
Well,
that's pretty much par for the course for Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, well.
But I hear you, man.
Yeah.
By other people's standards, absolutely. I think, pressure on the pass rush from Seattle here. Like I said, especially they'll smell blood. It's like sharks around a bucket of chum. So I'm saying the Seahawks by 10 here.
Me too.
All right. Stick around. We're going to pick our player and team of the week.
Hi, welcome back to the I Formation. Now we're going to make our picks for team and player of the week for the conference championships.
Well, it will be remiss of me to pick a team that we both agree on, like last time. I'm picking my same Indianapolis Colts again this week to come up with a stellar display in Foxborough and surprise the New England Patriots yet again.
Yeah.
And I'm picking I'm not going to pick Andrew Luck. That's too easy. I'm going to pick Boom Heron to have a big week this week. Belichick's nemesis, as it seems from that interview. And he's going to be used very strategically in this game. Like I said, use him on short routes. He'll get the few touches with the ball, moving it that way, and in the goal line. He had one touchdown against your Denver Broncos this week. I think he'll be used as a utility player in different situations. I would say even long yardage and short yardage in third down situations. But like Belichick said, he's a three down kind of a player. So who are you picking?
Well, I hope you're right about the Colts. I'm going to have to pick a team that we agree on because I just can't bring myself to pick New England. So I'm going to go with Seattle Seahawks, and I'm going to go with Earl Thomas as my player of the week. Why not?
Fill in the blank right here. Any player on that team, because I think they're going to have quite a year. Rodgers is not going to do much relaxing this week, I don't think. It's not going to happen. There you have it, folks. The season winding down. This will tell us who's going to the dance. Let us know what you think. Comment on our page and on Facebook. Send us a Gmail or even follow us on Twitter and Tell us what you think there. So that's it for this week. Just remember that when you're watching these games, just like every other week, respect the game. Don't drink and drive. Make sure that you do things sensibly. Anything else?
Thanks for watching.
All right. Well, then until next week, it's good night from me.
It's good night from him. Have fun. I have an excellent idea for the in-between week. Best players of the year at each position. People love that shit.